So there is a saying that negative feelings and negative thoughts are like Velcro. They stick, and it doesn't take much of them to stick. But positive feelings are like Teflon. They just roll off. Now this is a thing. Now this is like, if we want to think about it like interventions or things that you can take home with you, I want this to be probably the first one, is that our minds are totally focused on negatives, and it's for a reason. We have a negative bias. I would really like you just to start to notice that in your life. Notice that you have a tendency towards a negative bias that will then determine about how you're going to act in the next moment. And Barbara Fredrickson, she's a psychologist. When I did my thesis, I extended her theory, and she talks about that we need 5 positive interactions for every 1 negative. So we have to do a lot of work about connecting and being positive 5 times to 1 negative. So keeping that in your mind would be a very good thing for your relationships and for your life and your interactions with other people. So we're going to do the first experience now. And what I'd like you to do, and I'm going to keep the time for about 1 minute, I'd like you just to listen to the content of your thinking, the content of your mind. Because you have lots of different thoughts, but you probably don't pay attention to them in a meaningful way. So what I'd like you to do is listen to your mind like it's a radio station. So just listening to every thought or every sensation. It could be an image in your mind as it appears. And I want you just to notice it. You don't have to share it, but just notice what it is. Starting now, you can have your eyes open or closed, it's up to you. So what did you notice about maybe the pace of the thoughts that were coming up? What was the pace like? Quick?
Yeah, quick, lots of different thoughts.
Quick, lots of different ones. Yeah. Were some pretty random? Did some of you notice that there were thoughts about sensations in your body, or like my feet are cold, or what did I hear? Yeah, so there were sensations in your body. And was any of them judgments? Was any of you comparing yourself to other people, planning ahead? Okay, so what we're doing now is we're mining and we're uncovering the functions of your brain. And you've just noticed all the different things really that your brain is capable of doing. So just on this slide here, I've shifted it into 2 parts. One is this conceptual mind of yours that plans, it researches, it compares, contrasts, it judges. Awesome things. We need these to survive, we need these to thrive in the world. But the other part is just about experiencing. And at any moment, like that was just random, but we do have control over what we focus on, because our mind just brings this random stuff up. So as a psychologist, I know the quality of your life is got to do with the quality of your focus, about what you pay attention to in any moment. You have a choice, like I did in the mosh pit, in the moment. But we do know that the quality of our life is dependent on the quality often of our relationships. And what gets in the way of our relationships is actually listening. When I give people sometimes some homework when they've come to see me in a session, is especially when they're wanting to connect more with people. It doesn't matter if it's their direct report, it could be their manager, it could be their child or their partner, is just allowing any other thoughts to come and go, but noticing perhaps, wow, look at they've got brown eyes. Like just really focusing in on the facial features, how their face moves, what's happening with their shoulders, like really just taking in holistically what they're seeing, so they can be very present with that other person. And it's actually a form of mindfulness. Mindful listening is listening to the words, listening to the way that they say the words. And this can be just as effective meditative practice than anything can be. But it increases the connection and people feel really heard. And this is one thing that we often do, and I do it because I work a lot with managers and managers who need to listen to their staff. It's one of the key things that I do, is to allow the space. We've got some laughter because everybody knows that this is the truth, is to allow people the space to be real and to really listen and to be genuine with somebody. Imagine if everybody did that with each other, it'd be amazing.